Your famous line about Springfield, Ohio, and I take your point that 15 to 20,000 legal Haitian immigrants settling in that area causes a lot of friction. But when you said, it's gone viral there, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, you say you're just reporting what had been said. But why not say now, well, look, that turned out not to be true.
I don't know if it's not true. I don't know if it's true or not true.
If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dan.
I read
Eating
something.
the pets, you don't know if it's true or not true? It's been debunked by local officials.
What about the geese? What about the geese? What happened there? They were all missing. I don't know.
There was one guy with two geese.
Howie, I have no idea. I said something.
Howard Kurtz must not like his job at Fox News, because this whole fact-checking thing flies in the face of what Donald Trump expects from the network that he thinks he controls.
I do have to say for the record that the spying accusation is in dispute. I know you don't believe that.
What accusation?
The spying accusation. But
I don't think it's in dispute. Obama and Biden spied on my campaign. It was a long time ago. We're talking about the previous campaign. Maybe they're doing this campaign too, but so far it doesn't seem to be working.
His spying lie is a staple in his successful bid to keep MAGA confused about his illegal connections with Russia's election interference. But Kurtz still didn't let up.
But you take a look at Portland, Oregon. Portland, Oregon, people were killed. There was nobody killed here. Nobody had guns here either.
There were people with guns.
Well, really? I'd like to know. You mean in the rally, or they had some guns at their home?
No,
someplace?
At the rally.
Oh, really? Well, I have not heard that at all. No, I don't think so. They had no guns. They had no guns.
The Select Committee has learned about reports from outside the magnetometers and has obtained police radio transmissions identifying individuals with firearms, including AR-15s, near the ellipse on the morning of January 6th.
There's an individual who's in a tree. He's going to be a white male, about 6 feet tall, thin build, brown cowboy boots. He's got blue jeans and a blue jean jacket, and underneath the blue jean jacket, the complainants both saw a stock with AR-15. He's going to be with a group of individuals, about five to eight other individuals. Two of the individuals in that group at the base of the tree near the porta potties were wearing green fatigues, green olive drab style fatigues, about 5'8", 5'9", skinny white males, brown cowboy boots. They had Glock style pistols in their waistband.
8736 with the message that subject weapon on his right hip. After that, he's in the tree.
Motor 1, make sure PPD knows they have an elevated threat in the tree south side of Constitution Avenue. Look for the Don't Tread on Me flag, American flag face mask, cowboy boots, weapon on the right side hip.
I got 3 men walking down the street in fatigue carrying AR-15. Copy at 14th and Independent.
The information that refutes his lies are so easily accessible, you'd have to purposely ignore it to miss it. He really isn't even good at conning people into believing his lies, so he gives very little effort because the thing he's provided them most with is a feeling of superiority and comfort in their shared bigotry. They're willing to protect him as if they're protecting themselves.
I wasn't just a Trump supporter. I was a true believer. I was one of his closest advisors. The Trump family became my family. Behind closed doors, Trump mocks his supporters. He calls them basement dwellers. He has no empathy, no morals, and no fidelity to the truth. He used to tell me, "It doesn't matter what you say, Stephanie. Say it enough and people will believe you."
You don't even have to believe the people that were closest to him. All you have to do is listen to him and think about the fact that he's never actually ever admitted to being wrong or even simply misleading people.
And yet they're offering people $750
for immediate needs.
For the worst, but for the worst hurricane that anybody's seen. But she shouldn't be there anyway. She should be, I would say, North Carolina is bad, is so bad. And
she was there today for 3 hours, I believe, Kamala Harris.
Even one of his preferred anchors, Laura Ingraham, wouldn't let him off the hook with his lies about hurricane relief efforts. So maybe she drew her line at endangering the victims with unlimited amounts of misinformation just for the sake of making himself look good. It does match up with his COVID response, also his California wildfire response, and his attempt to use a Sharpie to redirect a storm for the cameras. The lies of his first term were a sign of what's to come if he wins again. Except there wouldn't even be polite pushback from people like Howard Kurtz. Remember his most recent tariff threat to the company John Deere?
Behind me, John Deere tractors. I know a lot about John Deere. I love the company. But as you know, they've announced a few days ago that they're going to move a lot of their manufacturing business to Mexico. I'm just notifying John Deere right now. If you do that, we're putting a 200% tariff on everything that you want to sell into the United States, so that if I win, John Deere is going to be paying a 200%. They haven't started it yet. Maybe they haven't even made the final decision yet, but I think they have. John Deere is going to, and anybody else that does this, because it's hurting our farmers, it's hurting our manufacturing. And if you do that, you're going to have a 200% tariff put on the product that you make in Mexico, right across the border. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to announce very shortly, if they think I'm going to win, or if I do win, they're going to announce that they're not going to build in Mexico. Here, great company. They announced about a year ago they're going to build big plants outside of the United States, right? They're going to build them in Mexico.
And you threatened them with tariffs and they stopped.
That's right. I said, if John Deere builds those plants and not selling anything into the United States, they just announced yesterday they're probably not going to build the plants, okay? I kept the jobs here, and I'll keep them. John Deere will stay here.
Yeah, y'all might not be surprised to hear that according to the Wall Street Journal, John Deere didn't halt their plans in Mexico, saying that it didn't make any announcement about canceling plans to build farm tractor cabs and some construction machinery at plants in Mexico. The company in June said it would move production of some models of small and medium-sized construction loaders from Dubuque, Iowa, to a new plant in Mexico. The move is expected to be completed in 2026. And what's worse is that they already have a plant south of the border. Deere in 2022 decided to move production of cabs for its large farm tractors from Waterloo, Iowa, to an existing plant in Mexico. The cab move is scheduled to be completed this year. Also, Deere executives said the moves are intended to free up manufacturing space and employees at U.S. plants for other models. The company said it would start assembling its new 9RX tractor line in Waterloo in space formerly occupied by the cab line.